Greetings, Earthlings. Today we will do something slightly different, whereby I will voice over some shots that were taken earlier as we discuss an interesting topic that affects nearly all drivers, or all new age drivers, that is. And it's with regard to fuel economy, with specific attention being paid to CVTs. Now, for those who are not so tech savvy or car savvy, CVT means continuously variable transmission, and it's basically a gearbox with an infinite or a near infinite set of gear ratios that allows the driver or the engine computer to pick the most efficient power band to put the engine in, and in most cases that ends up being very fuel efficient. So just a bit of a backstory. This host vehicle we are reviewing today is one of my own. It's a Nissan Dualis with a 1.6 liter inline 4 petrol, and it has a CVT. It's a front wheel drive, and on this particular run it was loaded with 2 full-size humans and 2 half humans, so no cargo and just very little passenger weight. So before we get to it, later on in the video I'll show you one bad driver who doesn't drive as efficiently as they would or should, and one good driver who drives within the thresholds of economy. And I say that because, of course, driving conditions will always vary, traffic conditions will vary, road surfaces, weather, loading, a lot of things come into play. But generally speaking, we usually try to save one or the other. And what I mean is we either try to save fuel or we either try to save time. But in my experience, I have seen that even though we drive very, very hard, unless you have a powerful car, in most cases you will save nothing but seconds or maybe minutes on your commute before the next traffic snarl up that holds you up and makes the slow guy behind you catch up. So yeah, let's see what it is like to drive efficiently and what it is like not to drive efficiently. In this segment, we will review what bad driving looks like. And on the left, we have our RPM gauge or engine speed, and on the right, we have our speedo in kilometers an hour. So the target is to get to 80 kph, and I want you to watch the consistency of the throttle input, which is very erratic, up, down, and it's not consistent with smooth driving. This is how most people drive because they're agitated and they're in traffic and they want to go and start, stop kind of, driving. So you will notice that in as much as the driver is accelerating, the vehicle doesn't always respond instantly, and speed will pick up just as slowly, but with a lot more fuel burned, and you end up not really getting much economy in the long run. In the alternate driver situation, we will also be trying to achieve the same 80 km/h vehicle speed mark, but with much gentler and more linear throttle input. So what ends up happening is the vehicle control system takes over and just tries to figure out the best gear ratio for the given load. And in this case, you'll see we are holding at around 1500 RPM for most of the driving period, while the speed climbs consistently. This is what it means to be in the efficiency band of the engine, because it will hold your engine speed steady while slowly increasing your vehicle speed. And you'll notice that in this particular instance we are holding around 80 km/h with a more or less steady engine speed of 1500, which is basically just above idle. So if you were to go on a trip with these sort of conditions, you'll save lots of fuel because you're driving most efficiently. And that's how it should be most times. When the road allows and when the conditions allow, you should always try and aim for this sort of driving conditions. So yes, that's pretty much it. Nothing else to go about it. It just needs practice and practice and more practice. and you get the hang of it after some driving.